right.
I'm ready to move on to Arizona State if you are.
Fighting Herm Edwards, man. I'm pumped
Yeah,
up. I want
so
this team to be good so bad.
I don't. But I like, so here's my thing. I did not like the Herm Edwards hire. I was one of the few people who did not like the Herm Edwards hire. And I think I'm going to be proven wrong. I'm okay with being proven wrong on this one. But I thought that this was one of those flashy hires that didn't make any sense. He has a losing record.
I didn't think it made sense for Herm Edwards. Like I didn't.
I didn't think it made sense for anybody. Like it didn't make sense for Herm Edwards. It didn't make sense for Arizona State. And here's my reasoning. He has a losing record as an NFL coach. He's made some playoff games, but never won one. He hadn't coached in college since the 1980s. You can motivate people to do whatever you want, but if you can't win games, like you're not going to be able to motivate them to win. And nothing about the hire for me made sense to fire a coach that had 4 winning seasons in 6 years and hire a coach that had never won at any level and hadn't coached in college football since 1989. It just didn't make sense to me. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I actually really like Arizona State. They have a great stadium, great facilities. It's a cool university. They have a cool color scheme. They're fun to watch. It didn't make sense on, like, I'm not a huge Herm Edwards fan. So just like, it didn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I don't know. I loved Arizona State, like you said before, for the colors, uniforms, and
right.
I like Herm Edwards, growing up watching him on TV. And I saw the tail end of his coaching career in the NFL, but like you said, he wasn't terribly successful as a coach. I don't know. I have faith in it. He recruits well. This year was a down year.
Yeah.
This year was definitely a down year. They're 52nd ranked, but they've been in the 20s and in the 30s these past 5 years. So
and I'll even eat crow to say, like, he has been much better than I thought he would be. Mm-hmm. Thus far.
He's got the talent, and they've shown signs of breaking out, but they just
76 points in one game is a pretty good sign.
Yeah, but like you look at, they went 2-2 last year, 8-5 the year before, 7-6 the year before that. That's the 3 years that Herm Edwards has been the coach. He's going into his 4th season.
Yeah.
So they've been slightly above average, basically.
And you know what? It's hard to win 8 games. Like it's not something that most teams do.
Yeah. But I think a lot of the expectation now is with that recruiting, with the big name head coach, is all right, let's take that next step and start getting to the conference championship game at the very least. Like,
and I don't see that happening.
The South Division is actually pretty tough.
That's why I don't really see it happening.
Yeah. That it has the potential to be.
Yeah, potential is there. And it could happen. I could be entirely wrong. It's tough to get there any given year.
Mm-hmm. All right. Talk about the schedule a little bit, and then we'll move on. Home to Southern Utah to open up the season. Then they play home to UNLV. And then they go at BYU. Then they start conference play. Colorado at UCLA, Stanford at Utah, Washington State, USC at Washington, at Oregon State, and then home to Arizona to finish off the season. I haven't really thought much about what the record would be. I'd say 2-1 in the non-conference, and then
I'm counting their games. There's nine games that I would consider betting on them winning.
I could see that. I think the goal for this year should be 9 wins. They've gotten to 8 wins 2 years ago. If they can get to 9 wins and be in position for the conference championship game, not necessarily make it, but at least be in the conversation to make it, I think that's a successful season.
And shoot, they have the potential to start off 1, 2, 3, 4.
BYU might be down 2 this year.
I think they will be.
I've soured on BYU.
I would bet that Arizona State's going to beat BYU this year.
Yeah,
Especially it's at Provo. It's in Provo, so that's a little bit more of a toss up. I think they're honestly Arizona State, if they play their cards right, could have the potential to roll into Utah undefeated.
We can talk about more about UCLA. I think UCLA is better than them, but we'll talk more. I could still see that. Yes, I don't think it's impossible.
It could happen. I don't know if it will, but at least I could see them rolling into UCLA undefeated.
Yeah, definitely. That's where I thought you were going to stop until you said Utah, because I could totally see 4-0 going into UCLA.
Yeah, when we talk about UCLA, I'll give you my opinion.